Codemasters just added the Dirt Rally 1.0 well stages to Dirt Rally 2.0. So in this video we're going to take out the Subaru Impreza 1995, we're going to drive Sweet Lamb, and we're going to talk about this new content that's been added to Dirt Rally 2.0. Let's go! Okay, so I've set the car to manual H pattern because this car is not sequential, it's a H pattern car. It's the 1995 Subaru, not the 2003 Subaru. We've got the handbrake set up. We're using the FANATEC CSLE Elite PlayStation 4 wheelbase with the D-shaped rim here that you can see in front of you. Beautiful, beautiful. And, well, we're ready to go. Let's put it in first gear and let's launch. So, those of you familiar with Dirt Rally, obviously version 1.0 had these stages in it. And, well, this is basically just bringing those stages to Dirt Rally 2.0. We are in the weird situation, though, where Dirt Rally 2.0 still doesn't have VR, whereas Dirt Rally 1 does. So the Dirt Rally 1 version of these stages are still the best version, if you want to actually experience them in VR. But that's Codemasters. You know, Codemasters land, nothing really makes that much sense. I have to say, though, these the Welsh stages are my favourite location in Dirt Rally 1 and now in Dirt Rally 2. I mean, it's a close call. It's a close call. It depends on your mood. Sometimes I like the Greek stages. Sometimes I like a bit of the bum holder. And I do like okay, I do like quite a few of the stages. It depends on how many trees you want to drive into. But as you can see, we've got quite a luscious forest here. Plenty of trees to drive into. Wales definitely brings the logs. If you want to drive into logs and sheep, Wales is the place to go to. So, what am I noticing that's different in this version compared to the Dirt Rally 1 version? You notice there's some more variation in the trackside, hillside logs. I say logs, not logs. Boulders coming out the side there. A little bit more variation in the grass, but most noticeably, I think, new line, most noticeably is the sort of ambient light, I think, of the distance, the environmental fog and the haze is a little bit more pronounced in this version of the game, and the grass is a little bit more luscious. But really, I don't think I wouldn't have ever complained about the graphical fidelity of the Dirt Rally 1, especially when you're playing in VR, which this doesn't have yet. No, Codemasters, I'm going to keep bringing it up. Look at that. Look at that digger. Yeah, Dirt Rally 1 pretty much looks exactly the same as Dirt Rally 2 for the most part, to be honest. Whoa, come on. Bogged myself down there. The one thing that you do, or that I do appreciate in Dirt Rally 2... Oh dear, what another bog down. Sorry, Colin, sorry. One thing I do appreciate in Dirt Rally 2.0 compared to Dirt Rally 1 is with the handling. Dirt Rally 2.0, you don't get that launching off the edge of trackside objects as much as you do in Dirt Rally 1. So the cars feel a little bit. They definitely feel heavier in Dirt Rally 1, so you kind of have to take a little bit more of a planned approach, especially with the older vehicles in Dirt Rally 2 compared to Dirt Rally 1. But at the same time, as long as you get into the flow of the vehicle and you're a bit more methodical, you find it a lot easier and a lot less likely that you'll suddenly be doing multiple barrel rolls down a hillside. So in that regard, I think Dirt Rally 2 is probably a touch more realistic than Dirt Rally 1. But from a raw excitement point of view, I do like the nimble nature of Dirt Rally 1. So both games, I think have a really nice nature of handling, especially when you get to older cars. But of course, we don't talk about Dirt 4 because that has atrocious handling. Won't even compare it to that. Look at this, through this section of forest here. Really nice shadows on the road surface there, or dirt track surface. Oh no, 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 no! So what I would say, I think the actual track mesh or the road mesh is possibly slightly more detailed in Dirt Rally 1, or like the sort of camber to the road surface. It's maybe a little bit more detailed in Dirt Rally 1, possibly. Though it's not problematic in this, if it is less detailed. Of course, Dirt Rally 2.0, you have they do have a somewhat semi-dynamic road surface where, if you're in a session where there's been a lot of cars driving on it, it does alter the like grooves on the track surface. That wasn't in Dirt Rally 1. Look at this, sky looks fantastic there. Nice clouds. Get the Cessna out, guys. X-Plane 11 time. Let's do a flight. Oh, try and gun the throttle there. Probably should have gone into first gear. Bogged down again. I still think with this, Codemasters haven't quite got the lighting spot on. Often it feels a little bit visually washed out. And I'm on a really nice BenQ VA monitor, so it's going to be really interesting to see how this game looks in VR, especially on like the LCD screens, Valve Index, Rift S. Now, what was I saying about it being tamer? Nice bit of advertising cloth there. Oh, got to watch out for that late corner understeer. That's definitely a character of Dirt Rally 2.0. Whoa, these barrels. Come on. How good is this? This part of the stage is fantastic. Really good flow to it. To be honest, if I was gonna introduce someone to sim racing and get them excited about it, just put them on one of these. Sweet lamb. So fun with a nice force feedback wheel. Water splash. Oh! Oh, it's just we'll use the speed to brush that off. Come on. Bogging it down here. Trying to hold it out in the slide a bit. Failing miserably. Go on, go on. Not quite. I could do with stiffening up the rear ARB and setting the transmission up to be a bit stronger on the rear there, so that I can hang the back out on the throttle more and use that to guide it through the corners. I think the default setup of this car is more on the sort of slightly understeering, slightly forgiving side. I like to be driving on the throttle and the brake in a rally car. That's where the fun is. But not bad. Okay, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But, yeah, so I think it's pretty comparable to Dirt Rally 1.0. I mean, it's a little bit cheeky of Codemasters recycling the Dirt Rally 1.0 content and charging it as a full sort of DLC. Personally, I really would have liked to have seen... I mean, I understand business and making money. I get that. But I really would have liked to have seen, like, this to all have been in the game at the start. I don't know how much they had done, but the one criticism of Dirt Rally 2.0 over Dirt Rally 1.0 was at launch, it just lacked content. The actual handling's fantastic. The general single player's okay. But it just lacks content. And now we're sort of... I think there's one more location to come out to the game. Now we're at that point. Once it's got all this in it, it's actually... Let's go to... Should we do Pant Moor? Let's do Bid No Moorland Reverse. Let's do that. Now it's got all this stuff in it. It's actually pretty fleshed out as a game. So it's just... It's annoying that they didn't do that at launch. Cheeky Codemasters. The good news will be, I'm getting the impression that when everything is finished with this, when they've done all the DLC, they will do a complete version, and that will have the VR in it. And presumably Codemasters will be like, oh, this is the complete version with VR, big launch, and it'll be like, and all the sort of sim fans and miserable people like myself will all be like, oh, hang on a minute, why didn't you just launch with that? Hang on, let's go Skoda. Here we go. We're gonna have to change back to the old sequencies. We'll use the flappies on this wheel. But you know, Codemasters, you kind of have to take... Every time you play a Codemasters game, if you expect a plank of 2x4 in the face and a bit of a nosebleed, and you sort of go into it with that underlying British depression, then it's all right. You come out of it okay. If you go into it with like youthful optimism, then you'll leave it feeling depressed and hating the company. So I go into Codemasters games with that depression, and it's not too bad. What we need to do here is we need to, again, go to the options, go to the game settings, and set it to sequential, manual sequential. There we go. And look, let's be nice. Codemasters have got mouse support in this, which I'm not using for some reason. Right, we're ready to go. Oh no, tune vehicle. I'm going to move my brake bias to the rear again. I know it's not the best way to do it. Like if you're braking on the limit and you're braking really hard, and you've got a little bit of angle, the back will come out anyway. But I brake in a sort of titty-tattly, not hard enough way. It's my fault. I'm a bad driver, but as a result, I do this with the brake bias. It makes me feel good. Let's. Did I pick the right location? I hope we're not doing Sweet Lamb again, but in reverse. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're doing it in a faster car. Oh, we need to go to different cam here. Engine sounds in Dirt 1 and Dirt 2.0 are absolutely awesome. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're just doing Sweet Lamb in reverse here. Well, why not? Oh, Christ. I did not bind a button. How good is this Skoda? Oh, come on. There we go. Hang it out a bit. Maybe give it a little bit of handbrake. Bogging down again. Oh, this car sounds absolutely awesome. Maximum power. Come on. Here we go. Oh, hold it, hold it. Woo-hoo. This car rides over the bumps. Look at that. Not too fast, this vehicle. So this car is a really good example of the physics improvements in Dirt Rally 2.0 compared to 1.0, where it's definitely hugging the ground a lot more, which is what, you know, rather than it bounced up and launching. It's not Carmageddon 2 physics. I would say, though, as well, I definitely think the force feedback is better in 1.0 than 2.0. There's more like feel for lateral load movement, braking subtleties. They have with this they have improved the force feedback gradually, but it's very marginal. Not that you can't use the force feedback to drive from. I'm not saying the force feedback in Dirt Rally 2.0 is awful. It's more than fine, but it's not as communicative or as useful as it was in Dirt Rally 1. I should just know these locations off by heart by now. I do not. Can we get a ban on me for being useless? We can cut off these corners. See, it's a lot more reluctant to flip over there. Really nice and stable. Beautiful Skoda. Skoda power. Here we go. This is definitely one of my favourite rally locations. It's like you get stages on Richard Burns Rally that you just keep coming back to and driving. Even once you know them, they're just really nice to to bomb a car through. Oh, look at that. Hang it out in second gear. Leading the rear off the edge there. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, I definitely spend more time doing track driving than dirt driving. But for raw driving experience, rally driving, I think it is more fun. You don't get the racecraft aspect of track driving and side-by-side and the sort of community aspect of track driving is really compelling. But for raw car handling, rally cars and off-road is just so good. Right, we just did the same stage there, basically, in reverse, but compacted. We need to actually pick a different location. Come on, let's do a different location with the Skoda. What was I doing? Right. There we go. River Severn Valley. Let's go for that. Sunset, cloudy. I'm going to go for daytime because my eyes can't be able to see the track. Right, we're all set here. Sip of coffee. You just need your coffee at ready. I do quite like the loading screens in this. They're very simple, but you get a nice aerial view of the stage, get some clouds there depending on the weather. The general presentation in Dirt Rally 2.0 is quite nice. Crowd not making any noise though. Very, you know, they're moving, but they're not talking. I'm not sure if the setup's saved from before. Let's just double check with the brakes. Nope. Let's move them back a touch. There we go. Let's go here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go!
6 left of a crest long, 40.
Highly recommend playing this game with either good hi-fi or decent headphones. It's super immersive with the game audio. I don't know this location off by heart, so pay a bit of attention. It's like a rocket trombone. That's the other thing with rally games, it's so satisfying when you pick up speed and you're kind of in control of the risk you're taking. Oh no, oh, there's a tree coming. Ow. Let's restart that stage. Terminal damage. Oh dear. Great. Great. Good job there. Restart. So what was I saying? Yes, you're in control of the risk you're taking, which at first, if you're not used to rally driving from track driving, is you know, you find yourself crashing a lot and it's frustrating. But when you realise that, you know, that's kind of the crux of the game. It's up to you how much risk you take and where you take the risk, and it's that pushing yourself to take more risks and hopefully getting away with it that makes it so rewarding when you pull off the stage. Or a good stage time. It's all about risk reward. In my case, risk crash into a tree. Risk ignore the co-driver. Whoa! Front of the car hugging the road surface. Let's not do the same mistake again. You can really launch this Skoda. Sort of almost, once you've got it turned in, you can almost trust on it biting the road surface. Oh, hold it out a bit. Look at that. Oh, gate. There we go, using the brake there to get the back out again. Only really need the handbrake for super, super tight corners. And again, bogging down in second. These stages have such good flow. 2 right. Let's not miss that. Whoa, what a divot! You got the different bits of camber on the road surface as well, which pull the car around the corners, which is, again, super satisfying. Because you feel like, oh, you're not going to make it. And then the road bails you out. And you're like, thank you, road. You're the best friend I ever had. I wonder if that's what real rally drivers feel like. They probably wouldn't admit it. They'd be like, it was complete skill. Whoa, look at that. Launch and landing. Whoa! Come on. Watch out for the hillside. Turn. Oh, see how we use the tape to keep us on the track there? Calculated. Nice. Smashing it through here. See, I definitely feel much more trusting in this car in Dirt 2.0 than I do on these stages. No, I don't. This car's not in Dirt Rally 1.0, but with other cars in Dirt Rally 1.0, I don't feel as trusting in the vehicle. You can trust the car much more in Dirt 2.0. It's just tamer. Come on! Oh! Oh no! I put a rear wheel off the track. Oh! I like it. She's just sarcastically clapping me. Why is she cheering me? I just want to drive up that hill and run that woman over. Sarcastic clapping and cheering as I rear end off the cliff face. What a useless spectator. She's the type of spectator that would build a little pothole in the road to take me out. She's obviously working for another rally driver. Right, we still got 4 wheels. Lost a bit of time there. There was a Yeti. Well, not a Yeti. There was a Bigfoot in the forest that pushed us back on the track. Always good. There's a distinct lack of cowbells in this. I have to say, that is another aspect that Codemasters have really overlooked. If you've ever watched rally on TV, there's always a lot of cowbells. What's that about, Codemasters? I mean, in Dirt Rally 3.0, I'm expecting more cowbells. Otherwise, I'll be very disappointed. Come on. I do wonder if they will do another Dirt Rally game next year. Whoa! See, in Dirt Rally 1.0, that would have been a front nose over roll. Yeah, I wonder if they will do another Dirt Rally game next year, if they will give it a break. I'm really happy with the underlying nature of this. I just feel like they need to keep releasing locations, and even if they sell them, I'd be happy with that. Rally games are, once the underlying physics are kind of there, they're really more about just having stages to drive. Oh, hairpin right, too soon. A little bit wide. Don't worry about any spectators. They shouldn't be on the stage anyway. Down, tight. Those sort of tight, curved 1s, 2s corners are so fun because you can just hang the back out if you line it up just right and slide the whole thing. Super drifter. Now this was in Dirt Rally 1. This part was always mental. Do it flat out. Oh, no. No, you can't do it flat out. Not bad. Okay, we've now lost the wheels. Yeah, you have to be a bit careful through there. Let's get brake back. I know we can't get through. I thought we could drive through the fencing to get back on the track. Apparently not. Come on. Huh. Yes. No. Did it even move? Disqualification? I'm trying to get back on the circuit here. Stage. No. I'm going to drive all the way back. Can we not get up here? Oh! No, that bit of fencing is rock solid on that side. Let's recover the vehicle. Thank you, alien spaceship that teleported us back onto this stage there. Car is knackered now. We've only got one little bit of stage to go. Nurse it home. To be fair, this is now looking like your average road-going Skoda, so if anything, we've done Skoda a favour. Skodas keep going. They might not be the prettiest of vehicles, but they keep going. You can remove all 4 wheels and they'll keep rolling. It'll find a way. It's like a advanced Skoda sledge. Almost there, guys. Almost at the end. It's almost over. it can stop face palming soon. Oh, the handbrake's not even doing anything because the rear wheels are just rims. We might as well just have the handbrake locked on. Oh dear, we're bogging down. The engine's giving up on us. Oh dear. Rolling home. Look at this outside shot here. Oh no, we don't get the outside shot. Oh well. Oh, it's because it's in the... let's have a look at the replay view whilst we... replay. There we go. So, there we go. Yeah, so I say new. The stages are now in Dirt Rally 2.0. Hopefully that they eventually get the VR into Dirt Rally 2.0 and they release a complete version of Dirt Rally 2.0, and then it'll be the game that everyone was kind of hoping for at launch. So you just got to be patient, guys. For the most part, it feels pretty similar to the Dirt Rally 1.0 version. I'd say in some ways the Dirt Rally 1.0 track mesh felt a bit more detailed, but then because of the physics improvements, particularly in terms of the car weight, the actual drive is a little bit better in this, though the force feedback's worse than Dirt Rally 1. But in totality, I think the end result is better in Dirt Rally 2.0 than it is in Dirt Rally 1.0. So there you go. We'll probably have to set some times and see where we come on the leaderboard if we do some of the stream. As our co-pilot's neck broke there. Don't forget to click the like button if you haven't. Likes are what make the YouTubes work. And if you want to see more sim racing, flight simming, VR content, subscribe and click that bell thing. YouTube making it hard for YouTubers since 2007 or whenever it started. Right, I'm off. We're going to do some live streaming. Goodbye, everybody. Happy tea drinking. I've said goodbye already. Happy tea drinking and goodbye. We're not even ending in the right order. I've been scrambled. Skoda scrambled. Bye-bye.